Hello, this is Rhonda Schaefer with Action Home Business. Thank you for the next 9 minutes of your time. Today I'll be talking about what led me to become an affiliate marketer. If you find value in my story today, please give me a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. Before I began internet marketing, I was in sales for over 25 years. The first company I had worked for sold the business and I was laid off. They took my car and hired a limo to take me home. I must have cried the entire 90-minute trip while feeling helpless, abandoned, and alone. I loved that job. Finally able to get back on my feet, I landed another job that I loved. That one ended too through no fault of my own. There I was again looking for work. I did accept a position in a company that only lasted 6 months, but I hated it. It felt like walking on eggshells every day, all day. I was terrified if I made any mistakes. Even worked every workday morning. The closer I drove to that place, the more suffocated I felt. And finally, I became a sales agent for a company that I loved. The first 8 years were very profitable. The last 3 years were not. I traveled a lot by car and drove increasingly longer distances, all at my own expense and many times working for free. I was getting home as late as 2 a.m., so tired and exhausted and depressed that I could not get out of my car to go into the house. So I just slept where I was in the garage until I woke up. Then at 250,000 plus miles, my car needed repairs and more repairs. By this time, I was struggling to make ends meet, so broke that I could barely pay my mortgage or my bills. I wondered if I could ever get out of this hole I felt that I dug for myself. My future and long-term retirement looked pretty bleak and hopeless the way things were going. My drive, my ambitions, my self-belief, and my willingness to contribute became a distant memory. I thought I had reached my last straw when car repair bills started increasing, savings were decreasing, and I lived 6 months with no income. By the time I qualified to collect Social Security and my retirement money started coming in, I was approaching insolvency. All of my bills were behind, including my mortgage. This was the second time in my life where I hit bottom financially. Looking back over most of my life, I wanted to be in a position to help people. My father and his father were entrepreneurs, so I had a great work ethic examples. I grew up in a small town in Ohio where everyone knew each other. And on the one hand, I was taught that I could do anything I put my mind to doing. Then, on the other hand, there was an expectation that I would eventually meet a guy, fall in love, get married, have children, then live happily ever after. I've always known that I wanted to be in control of both my life and my finances. Even though women at the time, when I first started out, were not even allowed to have credit cards. I wanted to live without being restrained. I wanted to come and go at my own discretion. I was driven to earn my own money so I would not have to ask for it or be told how to use it. Most importantly, I was tired of working for someone else by their rules. I knew there was a better way somewhere and that I was going to find it. So in 2018, I started investigating affiliate marketing because I didn't want to travel and drive all over the place anymore. I was very nervous about investing for fear of failure. Money was tight, and I did owe back taxes and other bills on top of it. I tried and invested in 3 systems and found that I was either bored stiff copying and pasting or misled about how good an opportunity was. I was also disappointed about the support promised from those companies. They all made it sound like it was so easy and that practically no effort was needed at all. I considered going back to the traditional employee route, but being a 9-to-5er again made me cringe. Just thinking about it gave me tension due to the rude, backstabbing, emotionally abusive, and fake people. Finally, I discovered a system that had the training support and the community I was looking for. There were even some guarantees built in if I wasn't satisfied with the training. The leaders were more like the mentors I always dreamed of having in the workplace. I tested the system with a trial offer and was excited about the methodical process and supportive community. So I invested in their pro level, which came with some nice bonuses. Without a mentor, I felt overwhelmed. I persisted with the training modules, and the information overload was almost too much because everything was new. I was also trying to move way too fast, too soon, because I wanted results right now. Feeling disappointed and discouraged, I pulled away to research other options, which ended up being a waste of both time and money. I found out there was not an easier, softer way. 9 months later, I jumped back in and went through the training again, only I didn't rush through it. I took my time. I realized my original misunderstanding of the how and why of the expenses in the process, and this time things made a lot more sense. I have not stopped since, and I continue to get closer to my goals. I am generating leads and have an online presence on Facebook, YouTube, and Google. I've even made some sales and new friends in the meantime. With that said, this is Rhonda Schaefer with Action Home Business. If you are considering the online business world, I recommend affiliate marketing. It will benefit you both personally and professionally. And if you found value in my story today, please like it with a thumbs up, make a comment, or subscribe below.